Hello, my friends. So there was a parade. I think it's a Six Flags kind of day, which I didn't really see too much about the route on the map, but it started at 3. I think it's been going on all summer and kind of, it's nice, like a little cavalcade parade type thing. Anyway, it starts over here by Wonder Woman, then goes down towards the fountain, loops around the carousel, and then comes back. I wish they had that route on the map. Anyway, I'm here just kind of saying goodbye to summer. One last visit here to Great Adventure before Fright Fest Extreme starts, and I want to kind of walk around and see what's new, what's different, and if we can see signs of Fright Fest on the way. It's a surprisingly busy day here on the Saturday of Labor Day weekend, and they have not the Batmobile here. What is going on here? Oh, promo for the Penguin show on Max. Apparently not HBO anymore. But yeah, interesting. Quite the promotion. And what did they do back there? Interesting. This must be the first time in a long time that anything Warner Brothers / Batman related was promoted here in the park. I love that Penguin's got his own branded caution tape. Interesting. Heading back the other way because I did notice some changes when I was entering the park, chasing down the parade. Number one, I haven't seen this operate in a little while, so it's nice to see that this is going. That's important to absorb bodies during Fright Fest. So I'm over here next to Dark Knight. I noticed this guy here, and then noticed this gigantic structure here. I should have been clued in by the construction walls here, but there is an entire thing. I thought it would be a tent, but no, it is. I see electrical work. I see all types of stuff over here. This is indeed a maze, and what appears to be the Stranger Things maze. If we can go over this way, you might be able to see a little bit more of it. Let me see if I'll free up a hand so you can kind of see what's going on in there. But it looks like something from season 1 of Stranger Things. I don't know, it certainly looks like there is a haunted house right here. I still don't understand how they got it in that quickly. Like, is this some sort of modular thing? Because all I've seen before at Hershey Park and at Horror Nights are the sprung tents that's what I've seen before. I don't know if this is a RWS thing or who put this all together, but you can see like maybe it comes pre-assembled or pre-run with the electricals and all of that, because you have to imagine that since this is going to a bunch of different parks, it would probably behoove them to make a few of them. And so the fact that like stuff like this, like that little electrical run right there, it's probably happened several times that they just made a whole bunch of them. Interesting. So we found the location for Stranger Things. Well, while we're on the way out, there is Reaper's Closet preparing to reopen. Again, that was an exclusively Fright Fest related store under construction. Oh, they still have 50th merch in there. I see it. They don't have that at the front gate stores anymore. And here we are in front of Flash, which I think most of you have heard got delayed until next year. So what does that mean for us now? Well, at least they've opened up that pathway there. They poured the concrete, so that's good to go. I did see the fins down there being installed. And I think that it's pretty much there. I don't know what happened, but I do know that there's just way too much stuff happening with the maintenance of the rides that are open. Now, I can't foresee this space being utilized for anything. I think it was Aftermath prior. Is it going to be a maze this year? This space up until the main drag up there. It has been for the last couple of years, but I have no idea what to expect. But let's walk through the path here. Well, this is pretty cool. We're going to be able to walk right under it. This is going to mean we're going to get some really nice shots of this. Oh, and this area is open here. Okay, so from what my last clip was just asking about, I'm guessing if there is a maze here, it would have to be something there. But I thought that they were doing away with outdoor mazes and trying to put everything in tents this year. Or at least that's the rumor that I've heard. I don't know if you can make it out, but there is a perimeter of some kind being marked off there. Don't know what to make of it. One nice thing to see that has finally opened, and I think opened only a few weeks ago, is the big wheel. It looks great. It's just missing the lights, but I'll take what I can get here. The new buckets repainted and all that look great. I love the gradient of colors going around there. Solid job there. And then in my adventure here, trying to figure out where the houses are going, or mazes, I should say. We do know at least there is still going to be a mirror maze. That was on the press release that I got yesterday. This is a considerable upgrade from what was going on beforehand. Hopefully they match that energy with the Holiday Inn Park thing. There's some signage there, and let me not go behind stuff, even though I know the dudes that do the sound and perform in the shows. But the exit also has it. Does that mean they're going to remove the retail space that was in there? I don't know, but already that looks so much better, cleaner than it did before. And I assume the queue is going to kind of be a bunch of switchbacks here. Shout out to Granny's over here. Despite losing that fried chicken, which was, a terrible loss for us all, we did get some chicken sandwiches that are pretty good. The face detector's working on Skull Mountain, but there's no water here, and it looks different. I wonder if something is coming. I don't know. I'm just glad they refurbed and reopened it, fixed a lot of the light leaks and stuff. Sadly, there's been no communication about the fate of the sky ride here. I think it's always been amazing to have. For flying over Fright Fest, it looks so cool. And I think I've shown you guys videos of flying over Holiday in the Park, which with all the lights and stuff looks incredible. So that would be such a shame to lose that piece of history. And then sadly, Chopsticks is a special events area, which I think I've already covered. So this is interesting, and also just my speculation. I don't remember this prop from last year from the area by the lake. That scare zone, I'm guessing, is going to get pushed up over here, because that area is just a weird one in terms of traffic. So it would make sense if they moved and created a scare zone area over here. And I am seeing a bunch of props from last year's Pirate Scare Zone over here. I definitely remember taking a few photos of scare actors on this guy. All right, so that's that one. Is this new here? I'm not sure, but that's here. What else we got? All right, one little prop there. Another prop over here. That's pretty cool. I think we've seen all these, although I don't remember this one with the tentacles coming out of it. Interesting. All right, so this is going to be a nice little area for the pirates to move and relocate to. I like it. This is a lot more heavily trafficked. And will that mean that it's going to run right into the demon area if that's staying where it was? And some signs of Oktoberfest coming soon. That one, honestly, the food is low-key pretty solid. So I'm glad to see this is coming back. I'm sadly going to be in Orlando for HHN and Hallow Scream this weekend when Oktoberfest starts, but it looks like they're getting ready to set everything up. Hopefully they're gonna put that big stage back up, because that performance space was great. I do not know though. Doesn't look that way, does it? So here we are at the lake, and sure enough I see 0 props here and 0 signs about Fright Fest Extreme. So will this pathway even still be open? I think it'll be open. They need as much space as possible for October. As we approach Halloween itself, this park gets so slammed. And now we're back on Dream Street, and I think everybody's assuming Big Top Terror will be here. I assume so. It's been blacked out for a while with all the history on there. Adventure World, that reopened after a little refurbishment. It does look nice. And what else? They have the bricks. I haven't seen too many more get added, otherwise I would normally shout one out. I do wonder about these planters. I don't remember them being here. I also wonder where the queue for Big Top Terror is going to go now that this has become such a main artery of the park again. Hooray for Twister! Okay, we've walked over to this side of the park, and according to an Instagram post from the park, Great Adventure has removed the Manor and Fears. So there's no longer going to be 2 here. It's actually just going to be Army of the Dead. Just double-checked Instagram, and yes, can confirm Army of the Dead is going to occupy this space, and nothing else has been announced yet to be in this space. Also, I posted wondering if Demon District was going to be in the same spot in my Instagram stories, and somebody informed me that it's been moved over by Jersey Devil Coaster. Does anybody remember last year where they had a Conjuring scare zone for a few days, and then I don't know what happened, and then they immediately shut it down? and then took over that whole area with switchbacks because the Conjuring House, which is returning this year, was just that busy. I think it capped out at like a 3-hour wait or something like that, which, for as good as it was, taking over this space here where you used to process your season passes, I mean, 3 hours, I don't know if I wait for anything, really. That's when the express or something like coming on a weekday would come in handy. But yeah, so it's going to stay in this location. I think it's getting upgraded a little bit. Excited to see it. We're now over here by where El Toro is that way, King Daca's that way. I don't know what to call this. It's the Wild Walkway over there. And this is the I don't know what path. But they've already started decorating the watering hole here with some dead-end signs and stuff. So I've now gone over by where the King Daca station is. And that pathway between El Toro and King Daca appears to be closed. I hope that it reopens and it's only closed because of construction. But here's the sign. Here's the info. It is where Saw was last year, but this is the location now for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I wonder if they're going to use the same space or if they're going to throw a tent in there, because a lot of these sprung tents are the rumors that I've heard, or at least indoor mazes are supposed to be a thing this time around so that the rain doesn't stop operations. So with that path being closed due to the maze over there, we have to go through the Wild Walkway to get over to the El Toro area to figure out if we see any signs of trick-or-treat over by El Toro. So here we are over by El Toro in the Plaza de Carnaval, and sure enough, there's just construction walls everywhere here. Sorry, I just did like a useless 360, but this is blocked off. You can see that there's quite a bit of construction going on over there. They opened that up. I have no idea. I think that's where we were over that way and where Texas Chainsaw is supposed to be. And then over here, this space is where Trick or Treat is supposed to be. Supposedly. But I guess it does make sense because we have these walls here. I did, for this one, I definitely saw a 3D render of what the facade's supposed to be like. And so I could see them using this whole space here next to the bathrooms for the maze. All right. I think that's all of the locations that I'm aware of to check, but I'm going to keep doing some exploring and see if I find anywhere else. So that's closed, but Best of the West is open. I don't recall if this stays open during Fright Fest, but I really hope it is. And here's what I came to check out. How are things going with the log flume? I heard some gnarly things about evacs last weekend and a lot of inconsistent operations, but I haven't heard anything recently, and maybe things have kind of been smoothed over. I know it's tough. I have seen how crazy they can drain this whole thing and then refill it in. It seems like it has like a huge overhaul done to it, and I know they basically disassembled the whole thing, and that's the reason it took so long. So I'm just waiting for another one to come by to kind of see how this looks. Oh, I think I hear it. Decent splash. Let's go over on the bridge. Honestly, this looks pretty great with the new paint job and all of that. Although I do notice that this doesn't look carved like it used to be. It looks very different. But either way, it's good to see this operating. I wish they could have done that sooner, but it seems like they were stretched pretty thin doing all of the 50th stuff. So now that there are rumors that Demon District is getting moved over to Jersey Devil Coaster, I have a reason to go to that area of the park, so that's going to be our last stop for the day. Also, shout out to Houdini's, which hopefully should be reopening soon. And there it is. And there he is. That looks very new. And then here's this little homie right here. He looks new too. And then they even have more over that way, over yonder, which means they must be expecting foot traffic from all sides to come to Jersey Devil. And now that I'm looking at it, are there multiple trains or nah? There's two. There's one there by the lift, and then there's one back there. Good job. Awesome. Now, the only thing I'm a little nervous about not seeing in this area is that gigantic animatronic known as Fred. So I guess that's about it for walking around and looking for signs of Fright Fest Extreme that's coming in 2 weeks. But also, I guess that's it for the 50th. It kind of came and went, and I don't know. I think if the timing had been better with like stuff that they had kind of been overstretched on in maintenance and this and that, like it probably would have been felt a little bit bigger. But they tried a lot to do a lot of stuff, and bless them for it. Bless this park for going for it. Took a while, but they eventually got there. And they're very ambitious now with all the stuff going on with Fright Fest. I haven't really made any comments about it because I feel like me personally, I think they bit off more than they can chew last year. They have brought in like an outside production company to do a lot of other stuff, but with how much they're planning on doing, I hope that they can staff it properly. I hope this other production company, what are they, RWS? I have a lot of thoughts about it. We don't have to go through it all right now, but I am excited to see whatever it is that they can get together. Will we see all of the houses open right away, or are we going to have to wait until late September for everything to be kind of firing on all cylinders? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I hope you go make your own adventure. Bye.
Wow. We're running, Frank! Shout out to Tom, Tony, Mary, Janice, Susan, and Angelina, and Brittany. We are Flashbang Brass, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day at Six Flags Great Adventure.